Okay, Family Lord of the Rings marathon, and I'm going to try and sew a cloak from nothing, including a mock-up, in time to be given this cloak by Galadriel during the Lothlorien scene. Oh, and I'm going to hand sew. We'll see how this goes. Oh dear, talking to the camera. Fun times. So overall, I would say that I finished the cloak in that it was wearable by the time we got to the Lothlorien scene in Fellowship, but I would say that it wasn't finished, as in all the seams weren't finished, so I did go back after the fact and make sure I finished all the seams nicely so that it will be a very enduring cloak and I can wear it for a really long time. Sorry that the lighting is kind of garbage in here. The sun was going down, I was trying to race against it, try and get it, and yeah, chaos. Chaos ensued, as it always does. I don't know why I feel that things should work, and they never do. That is life. Overall, I was pretty happy with the way it turned out. I feel like the silhouette looks pretty decent. The neckline, something is a little bit funky there. It's not quite the same as the ones in the film, but I wasn't trying to go for a one-for-one reproduction, mostly because I don't have the proper fabric, and if you don't have the proper fabric, you're not going to recreate the Fellowship cloak. I am really pleased with the wool that I used. It was really comfortable and lightweight and warm. I didn't want to line it because I didn't want it to be overly warm, so it can be more of a 3 seasons cloak rather than just being used for the dead of winter, although it did keep out the wind really surprisingly well, so that was a really good thing. I have a shocking lack of Lord of the Rings items, even though I have been a fan of Lord of the Rings. pretty much as long as I can remember. I honestly don't remember not knowing the plots of Lord of the Rings at all, so yeah. But because I love everything in Lord of the Rings so much, first, second, third age, fourth age, and I can never decide elves or Rohan or which age of elves and which age, which kingdom of elves, and yeah. I don't necessarily like to copy exactly things from the films just because I like to be creative and come up with my own inspirations. So I thought that was kind of a good challenge to go in the style of a Lothlorien cloak but with a slightly different coloration, and I was pretty happy that it was a little bit different but still recognizably elvish shaped. So hopefully it will be a good start to some actual decision making on my end on trying to actually get some good Lord of the Rings costumes rather than always cobbling things together that fall apart. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed my little race there, and probably Professor Tolkien would be mortified about a YouTube video about a world being inspired from his TV show, being inspired from his books, but in my heart, I love you, Professor Tolkien, and I hope that this in some way is honoring to your imagination and your work.